Hello everybody and welcome back to another exciting episode of the wonderful, webulous Project Zomboid. Let's continue where we left off. It's been a couple days since I've played, so I hope all of you had a good few days without some Zomboid. Not that there wasn't anything else on my channel. It was actually quite a lot, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, stretch. Pre-Zomboid warm-up, man. It's my first game being played today. Gotta make sure I'm playing it good. I've got a very busy day of recording ahead of me. I'm excited though. There's a lot of good games I'm gonna be playing today, especially stuff for some Judge Mathis's, which I'm excited for. Oh shit, we're not exactly in the safest of spots. But yeah, I hope you all had a fantastic past couple of days. I did. I've got a couple things that I've done over the past few days that have been great, but you know, one for one being my sister's wedding being done. It was a great time. I had such a good time with it. It was a wonderful celebration and all that good stuff. I am just happy it's done. Like I said, and you all know because you've all been there, I've been talking about this wedding for such a long time because, you know, weddings, particularly when you're the relative to the bride, tend to take up a lot of their time and so, in turn, are going to take up a lot of yours, which is totally alright. But I feel like I've been prepping for this thing for months, and I'm just happy it's finally done, they're finally married, and they can go live their happily married lives, which is great, absolutely great. For all of them involved, for everybody involved, obviously. But it's done. I'm happy about that. I'm pleased that they are gonna be happy together and whatnot, and now I don't have to think about it anymore. So yeah, the past few days have been me mostly just kind of relaxing and unwinding from all the craziness that's been going on. One of the things that I ended up doing, which is kind of not necessarily surprising. Is there a zombie in the front door? Huh? Where? Here? No. Did somebody come through the window? Yep. Somebody came through the window. What a whore bag. Okay, we'll close that up. One of the things, yeah, this is a random life thing, but I don't know. I guess I'll preface this with saying I'm kind of a lazy person. If I don't have to go anywhere I don't want to, I will do everything in my power to not have to go. For instance, if I have to go shopping, unless it's during the weekdays, during the middle of the day when everybody's at work, I don't want to do it. Because people stress me out. I don't like being around a lot of people anymore. I blame it being in the restaurant industry for so long. People just generally, the general populace stresses me out. So for people who go shopping, like food shopping on the weekends or during, the nights when everybody's off of work or whatever, more power to them. I fucking hate doing it. I absolutely despise it to the nth degree because of the amount of stress it brings upon me. It just people piss me off, and I'm not a happy person when I do it. So I do everything in my power to avoid that. What that's actually resulted in is me not going food shopping nearly as much as I should. We eat more takeout than I care to admit. We order Chinese food, India. Alright, let's try that again. We order Chinese food, we order Indian food, we order pizza, we mostly just order out, which obviously is not that good. It's not a good thing, it's not a healthy thing, A. And B, you kind of get sick of the same, whoa, fucking Jesus. You kind of get sick of the same stuff over and over and over again. And I was like, I want to go food shopping. I do not want to go food shopping during the day though, and I hate it. But one thing, you know, we just started, and the food came today, this is why I'm thinking about it and talking about it, is we started doing the Peapod service. If you're not in the US and you don't know what Peapod is, you might have something similar in your country. It's basically order your groceries online and they deliver it to you, which A, takes away the stress of being around people, B, takes away the stress of can't find something in a market, which, believe it or not, happens to me constantly. When I go food shopping, I'm always going up and down the aisles looking for a particular thing because I don't know where the hell they put it. It just takes all that stress away. It's see, next time you order it off of Peapod, the same things you ordered stays in a list, so if you want to just get the same groceries again, you can just go ahead and do that, or you can just add or take away whatever you feel see fit. It just makes it super easy. Sure, maybe it's a little bit on the lazy side. I consider it can be convenient because we live in a world where technology allows us to do this. And they delivered it today, and you know they were supposed to be delivering between 3 and 5, and they were here at like 3:15. They were right on time. And now we have cupboards full of groceries again, and I'm gonna cook up some burgers tonight. We have food that we can just kind of make again. This sandwich stuff. Oh, it's so good to have groceries in your cabinet and not have to rely on ordering takeout every night. But I do feel a little bit guilty because, you know, I feel like it's a lazy thing to do in some regard, which I guess I guess I shouldn't feel like that, but I do a little bit, and I don't know. I mean, that service exists for a reason, and I did it. So, and I'm really happy that it's done. I'm really happy that I have groceries again, and I will continue to do it. I just have this whole, I guess it's just the idea of being around people has become so ingrained into my mind that I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I hate having to deal with people in a stressful environment. I just don't like it anymore. It's just something I don't want to ever have to do anymore if I don't have to. I remember tweeting out not too long ago, for instance, I was at the mall with Carrie. She was picking out a dress or buying a dress for an event we were going to. And one of the things that, I was tweeting out was that, being in the mall was giving me, like, massive anxiety. Not, like, panic attacks by any stretch, but, like, I was feeling anxious about everything that was going on. Because when I worked at the Cheesecake Factory, I was attached to a mall. And during my breaks, I would go into the mall, grab lunch, sit down, relax, maybe wander the mall a little bit just to get my mind off of everything. And being back in that environment actually kind of, like, brought back the feeling that I felt like the entire time I was in the mall, I felt like I needed to go back to work shortly, that I needed to go back to the Cheesecake Factory shortly to continue doing my shift. And it really stressed me out for no reason. And I was tweeting about it, and people were kind of laughing because I was laughing about it too. It's ridiculous that that's how I felt. And another thing that's been kind of ridiculous too is that, working in restaurant industry for so long, has actually ruined my ability to go out to dinner and enjoy dinner. My dad, who has worked in the restaurant industry since he was in his early 20s, maybe late teens, and who has been in it his entire life, we obviously all went out to dinner a bunch of times during the whole wedding preparations and stuff. And I just remember looking to my dad, and I shook my head, and I'm like, I realized I cannot enjoy going out to eat anymore. And he just laughed and, pardon me. He just laughed and kind of nodded and smiled. He's like, yeah, I haven't been able to enjoy going out to eat in years. And the reason you can't, and for those who don't necessarily get it or don't quite understand why, we are trained as servers, and, as people who work in the restaurant industry, to always look for something that's wrong in the restaurant and fix it. So if there's time to lean, there's time to clean. You're constantly keeping your eyes on the floor. You're constantly keeping your eyes on the guests. You're constantly keeping your eyes on the tables, on what's dirty and what's not. Who looks like they're working, who's not. You're always just looking for the problems. And that doesn't go away when you quit your job. Whoa, my character's sneezing. Oh no, I'm sick. I have a cold. Shit. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. My character caught a cold. But yeah, that doesn't go away suddenly when you stop working in the industry. It stays with you, as far as I can tell, as long as fucking forever. All I do is look around and see... Oh, it looks like we're going, and we don't have a cold anymore. That was quick. All I do is look around and see the problems. Like, for instance, when we were sitting down where we were eating, there was a table directly behind us that had a rag and the cleaner sitting on it for, like, 45 fucking minutes. It drove me insane. If I was working and I had seen that, I would have gotten that, picked it up, and moved it out of the guest site. The table we were on, there was a very small sticky spot. If you know how to do your job, that's not going to happen when you clean your tables. The menus desperately needed to be replaced. They were old, they were sticky, and for the restaurant we were going in, that shouldn't be the case, Again, I'm not gonna say the name of the restaurant, but it was a chain restaurant. I know they have the money to do it. I mean, I've worked in restaurants that replace their menus once every month because of how bad they can get. And just all you see, and I try to focus my attention elsewhere. I try to focus my attention on what's going on, or focus it away from the restaurant, but holy crap, man. It is impossible. It is just impossible for me to do it. And it bothers me that I can't do it. And it sucks that essentially my whole restaurant dining experience is essentially just destroyed or ruined in some way or another. But yeah, that's like all that for wanted to talk about how I got Peapod or food delivered to my house. I love that service though. The guy was super nice. It comes in this cool little they bring them in these cool little plastic bins and stuff, and they have like little ice things in them, and it's great. It's really, really great. I'm just excited to have groceries in my my cupboards again and not have to order out tonight. It's awesome. But yeah, I think I'm gonna make some burgers tonight. Gonna throw them on the stove. We have a fire oven here. Just heat up a skillet and just grill some indoor grilling. We don't have a grill here. There is a grill in the apartment community out in the center where the gondola is, because there is a gondola, not a gondola. what the hell is it called? Oh my god. Not a gondola, Mathis. You're an idiot. Gazebo, I think is what it's called. There we go. There is a grill out there, but I'm not going to go use that. That's kind of, you know, I feel awkward doing that. But I will use my stove, and I'm just excited to cook up some food tonight. And we got some raw beef. We're going to make sure we're going to make some delicious, maybe stir fry or hamburger helper for the lazy nights, but still more work than calling and ordering out. I much prefer it. All right, I know I haven't really been talking about Project Zomboid at all. I apologize about that if that bothers you when I go on tangents. The thing is with Project Zomboid and the reason I kind of go off on tangents, because once I get into a groove, once my character is in a situation where survival isn't necessarily questioned every episode, it's just what I have to get done to make sure that survival is maintained. I kind of treat it as a radio show in a way. I like to talk about what's going on and all that good stuff, and just kind of go through the motions, I guess, with Zomboid, because I already know. That's the other thing too. When you play this game so often, every time I go into an episode, I have a plan, I have an idea, I have a goal for me. This particular goal was to take back all the stuff that I had in my pockets and bring them back home, go back out, clear out some more zombies, and finish looting whatever I can, if I can finish it in this episode. And that's what I've just been focusing on. It's not necessarily, I feel like saying going through the motions is the wrong turn of phrase. But I'm so set in my ways, and I have the game down to a science in a lot of ways that I don't really have to worry about my life being threatened. I mean, the one time my life was threatened there was when the zombie kind of came out, but I was still able to get away, and you know, my brain immediately focus on the zombie, get out of there. Didn't have to worry about it too much. So I hope you don't mind my little tangents. I know a lot of you enjoy it, actually, but... And I'm sure you, that's the other thing too. I know you guys have heard me talk about the restaurant thing so many times, but sometimes when they come up, it's fresh in my mind. And you know, this past weekend was a weekend in which that was a big focus, was just people, and you get away from it. You know, I don't really like it. But the wedding itself was absolutely wonderful. The family and friends that were all there, obviously, you know, that doesn't stress me out. It was good to see a lot of my old family and friends, and my sister's wedding was absolutely wonderful. It was about exactly how I pictured it went. No, like, tears on my end, no crying, and I don't think my sister even cried either. It was very fun and goofy. I mean, these people, my sister and her boyfriend, her husband now, have been dating for like 8 or 9 years, so it's about time they got married, essentially. It was goofy. It was fun. We all had a really good time. Kyle, her husband now, actually, when he was slipping on the ring, ended up putting it on, oh, God, putting it on the wrong finger right away. My sister's like, no, that's the wrong finger. He's like, oh, sorry, it's my first wedding. It's like, it was just fun. I enjoyed it. It was great. All right, back to Zomboid. We're gonna clear out some of these zombies so they're not. Are we? There we go. I was like, are you really just swinging at the air right now? I don't understand. I'm glad the cold, by the way, didn't last very long. I was surprised. I thought it would have lasted a little bit longer than that, a couple of days. But all told, the sneezing wasn't even that bad. He sneezed like once or twice and ended up just kind of getting over it overnight, which is a little bit quick for a cold, especially with no medicine or anything. Usually you're sniffling and whatever for a while, but he got over it very, very quick. I'm curious if that's a little bit of a bug in the game or not. I feel like it might be. Right here, this area right here, the frame rate chugs. Like right over here. I don't know what causes it. I don't know why. But it does. And I think it's just right there. I'm going to go back and check. It's a little test. So we're fine over here. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Okay. No? Interesting. I swear it chugged there last time too, but maybe not now. Maybe when it like comes off screen or when it loads on screen. That's what's going on. Don't know what's causing it. We'll kill these guys off. Actually, now that I think about it. Huh. I'm going to take a look. But I could actually, now that I'm literally like thinking about it hardcore. I think, yep, there it is again. No. I've had games doing that lately. Prison Architect being one of them. Just like every once in a while it'll chug for a little bit. That actually worries me. That actually worries me a great deal. I'll have to see what I could do about that. See if there's something that's going on. Maybe my hard drive is starting to get full or something. I don't know. Then again, I just did some emptying, but I will double check. Oh, nice. So we haven't gone in this house yet, it looks like. We're going to try and get our way in there. Hopefully no alarm will go off and we won't pull any zombies off to us. There's 1, 2, 3. We could take these guys out pretty easily. Come on. Wanted to kill him before this guy showed up. Showed his dumb face here. Okay, well. I had to look behind me because that sounded like it came from behind. Jesus. Apparently not, though. Okay. We're getting tired already? Dude, relax. You woke up late today anyway. I don't know why you're getting tired. You slept forever. Okay, let's pop this open if we can. Let's take a look to see if any zombies are coming. Yep. Out of here. Don't have to tell me twice. I'm gonzo. Gone with the wind. Kill him off. I will take any stragglers that come with me because what it means when I go down back to the house if the alarm goes off, maybe next episode, is that there'll be that many less zombies that I have to take care of when fighting them. I mean, they're all wandering that way anyway. We might as well go out of our way to clear them out because we'll have to do it one way or another. And if there's not even that many, we can easily kind of just maybe start taking them out now. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's at least probably close to 10 here. But we'll do what we gotta do. Down. Whoop, missed. Down. Alright, there's actually quite a few here, but we'll see what we can pull off. Nice, that's what I like to see. My bat's actually seeing some wear and tear right now. Really wanted to get a couple swings on them. A couple swings on that guy. I mean, my gun would be useful here, but I don't like to use my gun if I don't absolutely have to. My gun has taken quite a beating. My bat, rather. This is, I'm quiet because I'm concentrating. I apologize. We've just got to kind of keep a focus on them. And make sure they all kind of go down respectively here. Nice. Come on. That was actually wonderful. We actually did such a good job there. Good job, everybody. Anybody here a zombie or alive? No. An axe on any of them? Doesn't seem to be. Still a couple over here, but we definitely took out the majority. And that's how you take out a group with a bat, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely possible. They have to be of manageable size, obviously, and you have to kind of play back and forth with them, but it's utterly doable. Hello. So I'm curious how many are actually inside. A couple broken windows and I hear a lot of banging, so that does, of course, concern me. But I think we'll save looking into the house until next episode. So thank you guys so much for coming by, and I hope you enjoyed my rants. If you did, make sure you come back tomorrow for some more daily Project Zomboid, and consider leaving a like. It helps me out a great deal. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.